Hi there, I'm Michael Dawson from Northern Brewer, and it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Ghosts of the British Isles beer kits. These are ghosts because either the beers themselves, or in some cases the kits, have not been available for a while. And like the name implies, they're all British ales. The first one is going to be familiar to some of our customers. It's the Innkeeper. This was one of our very first limited edition beer kits, and it remains one of the most popular. And with pretty good reason, I have to say. It's patterned after a champion bitter from Northern England, Timothy Taylor's Landlord. It's got some Styrian Goldings in the finish, which gives it a really nice herbal, earthy hop character. The combination of malts gives it some fruitiness, some biscuit, and the yeast is absolutely fantastic. It's Yeast 1469 West Yorkshire Ale. This kit is a winner, and it is only an OG of about 1040, which means you can win 5 or 6 pints at a time. Awesome. The next beer in our lineup is the Dundalk Irish Heavy, which is patterned after a beer you can no longer get because it is no longer brewed. Smithwick's barley wine. Smithwick's called it a barley wine. At an OG in the 1060 neighborhood, beer nerds might argue with that definition. We called it an Irish Heavy Ale. It's an overfed Irish session beer. If you like the Irish Draft Ale kit, if you like our Nuki Brown Ale kit, if you like the Caribou Slobber, you will find a lot of similar things to love in the Dundalk Irish Heavy. It's got a little bit of roast barley in the grain, which gives it this nice red color and just a subtle roast coffee note behind a lot of malt and some fruit notes which come from the Yeast 1026 Cask Ale. It's a very drinkable beer, like the Innkeeper. Unlike the Innkeeper, it is a little bit stronger. Speaking of strong, the last kit in the series is called Northern No. 1. This is really kind of a throwback beer kit. It kind of draws equally on barley wines, old ales, and an English tradition called October beer, which would have been brewed at the end of the harvest season with the fresh crop of barley, the fresh hops, and they were very, very strong. Normally these beers would have been laid down and over the years in wood casks acquired some Brett character, which in our kit will come from Yeast's 9097 Old Ale Blend. However, there's an interesting twist some of you might appreciate. In Edwardian England in the early 20th century, as old beers were kind of falling out of fashion, those dudes would drink beers like this. And mind you, the OG is about 1114. They drink these just a few weeks out of the primary fermenter, which is what this is. As you can see, it's pretty bright. It doesn't have that cherry pie sourness or the subtle horsey characteristics that the Brettanomyces in the Old Ale blend is going to give it 3 or 4 years down the road. Right now, it's just very, very malty, very, very strong, and hop to heck and back with a lot of East Kent Goldings. This kit is also a winner, but you're going to want to be careful. Hence the small glass. All these kits are available online and in our stores at Northern Brewer. Hope you check them all out and enjoy them as much as I am about to. Cheers.